What's going on, guys? This is Miasian, and this is the chat deck Legend Hippo Turbo optimized for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel Platinum 1. By the way, this is not a joke. I managed to have a win streak of 8 in Platinum 1, so by playing against like actual real legit decks, which means that this deck is definitely a threat to be reckoned with. So before this video starts, make sure you like and subscribe, and also check me out on Twitch and Instagram. I actually try to live stream gameplay with this deck maybe like 3 to 4 times a week on Twitch, so definitely go check me out there. And with that being said, let's jump right into this video. Alright, so this is going to be in depth. Of course, I will be going into the details of everything because this deck is really complicated, man. It's a combo heavy deck, so everything matters, including your extra deck and every single small little ratio in the deck. So I'm playing 3 Battle Fader. Now you could say Swift Scarecrow is almost just as good, but Swift Scarecrow is a super rare, whereas a Battle Fader is a rare, and Battle Fader special summons itself, so it's not like Swift Scarecrow where you basically just discard it and then you tank a battle phase. This is like you special summon it and then you tank the battle phase, and it's cheaper, so why not? Playing 3 Maxi because everybody's monkey, and for some reason everybody just special summons a lot to do nothing. Sometimes people don't even have game and they still make you draw like 7 cards off of Maxi, so I mean, all the better. And by the way, Maxi, even though it has 500 attack, you can still make it weaker, so in other words, you can take the full damage with Inferno Tempest when you crash a Kaiju, thanks to one really relevant card in the extra deck called Salamangreat Elmirage. Don't read its effect, it's just a monster with 0 attack, and that's exactly what we need in this deck. Then, of course, we play the Performa Pala Hippo. This card is not a Garnet. If you draw it, you can still resolve the Super Hippo Carnival, which is this card. This card's basically like an emergency teleport, which is pretty good. And then, if you want to, you can summon as many Hippo tokens as possible. 0 attack, 0 defense, in either attack or defense you choose. And for the rest of the turn, your opponent can only attack the Hippo tokens. So, this is a way you can either have a lot of damage on board with Leeching the Light, or crash your tokens and then take the battle damage to use Inferno Tempest. But again, I'm going to go into the details as I progress in the deck list. My only other hand trap, I guess, was Ash. I mean, I didn't really want to play cards that really stopped my opponent that much. I mean, I technically can play more Ash because I have a second copy, but I really couldn't care less. 1 Ash is maybe all you really need. Can't really think of like that many cards that I really want to cut, so I think this should be fine. And then the 1 Yan Yan and triple Necroface. So this is actually crazy. When you banish your opponent's monsters from their deck with Inferno Tempest, you also banish your own monsters. So by banishing 3 Necroface and a Yan Yan, the 3 Necroface would trigger as mandatory effect, so banish 15 cards, and then the Yan Yan would be chain link 4, not only chain blocking your Necroface, but also returning back one of the Necrofaces into the deck, so that it would be banished again, and then banish an extra 5 cards on top of that. So on top of banishing every single monster in your opponent's deck, you're also making him lose an extra 20 cards from the deck, meaning that it is very, very easy to deck out literally anybody outside of like Eldritch and Chu Draco with a single Inferno Tempest resolving. So yeah, this combo is absolutely disgusting, and it actually makes you unlock a secret mission where I think once you get to like 20, you unlock the title of a Destroyer, which is actually pretty insane. Alright, so I'm playing 6 Kaijus now. Now, these Kaijus are much better than the other Kaijus that you could play. Dogoran is relatively interesting, but Dogoran is not a light attribute, so you cannot target it with Leeching the Light, meaning that Thunder King and Jizukiru are definitely the better ones. Now, of course, their effects are completely irrelevant. You only really need them for the fact that they have 3k or more attack and that they are light attributes. So again, Leeching the Light and Inferno Tempest. Now we're playing Harpy's Feather Duster. This card, ironically, fun fact, you can search it with Left Arm Offering. So it's not just a random one of, even though the majority of the time you're not really searching the card, so it doesn't really matter, but we want to have like some form of answer against the annoying back row decks. Screw them, okay? We have Maxi for combo, we have Kaijus for combo, but we have nothing for back row. If you play against Eldritch, you're usually fucked, but hopefully you'll never play against them. Alright, 3 Left Arm Offering. When you have the Hippo Carnivals, you use them first and then use Left Arm Offering to search either Leeching the Light or Inferno Tempest. But the annoying thing about Left Arm Offering is that you cannot set the card first and then use Left Arm Offering, so it can be a little problematic sometimes, but it's a very good card nonetheless at getting you your missing pieces. Just make sure you are well aware of its drawbacks before playing the card, because it is a super rare, so If you craft the card, it's going to kind of hurt your wallet. So if you want to go budget, nothing forces you to play left arm. You can literally just play Nibiru if you already had the card, or if you didn't, then maybe play Torrential or some other BS, I don't know. Maybe play Dogoran, I don't care. Oh, whatever, who cares? Anyways, Leeching the Light, broken card, and it's a rare, which is absolutely insane. Pot of Extravagance and Pot of Prosperity for the consistency, of course. And now, fun fact, you can actually resolve all these spots very, like, a lot well, several times rather, in one single game, because even if you banish, like, let's say 12 cards from your extra deck, you can go normal Necroface, put them all back in the extra deck, and then use another pod card. So, yeah, as long as you have all of your Necrofaces hard drawn, if you're bad at the game, of course, we're never trying to hard draw Necroface, at least you can get back your cards so you can resolve more pots, because we are trying to play 6, since otherwise the deck would break like there's no freaking tomorrow. So yeah, 6 spots for consistency and then 3 Inferno Tempest. So again, a lot of win conditions that you can easily get access to. Now, one kind of issue is that Pot of Prosperity does conflict with Leeching the Light, because with Leeching the Light, you're actually trying to kill your opponent. So basically, you're selecting one face-up light monster your opponent controls. All face-up attack position monsters you control gain attack equal to the attack of the selected monster until the end phase. So if you are dealing half damage because of Pot of Prosperity, unfortunately, you might not be able to kill, and then your monsters become, like, very weak on the end phase. Whereas Inferno Tempest, it doesn't really matter because the half the battle damage is only for the opponent. So if you only take, like, if you're under your own Pot of Prosperity, you're still taking full damage, so you can easily take the 3k damage and then resolve this and then banish every single card. So this card is always pretty broken. And then yeah, I'm playing 3 Super Hippo Carnival and 3 Hippo Carnival. Now the Super Hippo Carnival is much better. It summons the Performapal Hippo from the hand, deck, or graveyard. So that's why even if you drew the card, it really doesn't change anything. You basically can go like normal summon and then make Almirage and then use the Super Hippo Carnival, or not even do that, just summon from the hand or from the graveyard, whatever. And the Hippo Carnival, it only summons exactly 3 Hippo tokens. And don't go thinking that you can use the Hippo tokens for like link summoning and stuff like that. You sadly can't. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck while you control a Hippo token, and that condition is applied whenever you use Hippo Carnival or Super Hippo Carnival, so that's kind of a bummer. Now that's it for the extra, sorry, for the main deck. Let's go into the extra deck. So I'm playing Double Fortress, Double Mega Fleet, I don't know, Cyber Dragon, I guess. The majority of your extra deck actually doesn't matter, if I'm being like 100% honest, but again, it's a combo heavy deck, so it still kind of matters for kind of not really the most part. There are some cards that actually have a business being here. Alright, the Wind Pegasus at Ignister in case your opponent's playing Dogmatica Maximus. Kalaran Rushka, you can turn any normal summon reset monster during the main phase 2 into this card, so sometimes you just want a worse monster, so you turn the Necroface into this, and then next turn you can crash, and then Inferno Tempest, take damage. I swear to god, I'm not even like exaggerating. Taking damage in this deck is so broken that sometimes you lose the game just because your monsters have too much attack. It's crazy, but it's just the sad reality. Alright, I'm also playing Relinquished Anima. Now, you could actually turn Battle Fader into Relinquished Anima, absorb a Kaiju, and then basically, even if you don't draw Leeching the Light or Inferno Tempest, you can actually deal so much damage. So with 3 cards, double Kaiju and any level 1 monster, and by any level 1 monster, I mean only Battle Fader, because that's the only one, you can deal 6,600 damage. So if you had like 1 Leeching the Light, well, that's already game, which is pretty freaking insane. And of course, Salamangreat Almirage kind of already explained the logic behind that one. Reprodocus, this card's pretty interesting. You can declare 1 attribute, and then the monsters in the same, well, rather to it points to, well, they become the attribute that you declare. So for example, if your opponent has like a big monster on the field, you can transform it into a light, and then use Leeching the Light, and that way all of your monsters gain a lot of attack, and then you get to kill your opponent just like that. Baba Barber, its effect sucks. Like, actually sucks, but the legend played this, so I have to give him credit. And on top of that, it has 200 attacks, so you basically just link 2 monsters off, you make this, and then you crash, you take damage, and that's it, that's all. Verte Anaconda with no fusions because we're freaking sick. And again, huge shoutouts to the king, the legend, the man, the myth, the legend who literally created this deck. I don't know, troll people, unlock missions, I don't even know, but he's actually freaking sick. And then Codebreaker Virus Swordsman, this just has a lot of attack, that's it. And don't read its effect, it sucks. It's never gonna come up. Geonator Transverser, though, that actually might come up. You can give your opponent a token and then steal like a big monster, and then you just kill. Yeah, I mean, it's that simple. And then Lena, I guess you can search nothing at all. Yeah, when this card dies, you can't search jack shit, but you can revive back your opponents, like invoke Merkaba and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it for this deck profile. Let me know what you guys actually think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.